Hello, everyone. Welcome to Silver Card Readings. I won't be doing much of a tarot card spread today. Just wanted to upload on the channel again and talk about the Hierophant. If the Emperor in card of Aries is a card of personal power. There's many interpretations for the tarot cards, but this is just how I feel personally. I think the Taurus can be a challenge of power or a challenge of personal power. Once you are steadfast in your, emperor, knowing who you are, knowing what you stand for, being comfortable in your power, how will you stand when other people tell you how to be? On most Hierophant or most traditional Hierophant cards, we see something of a religious figure standing on a soapbox. They may even be sitting on a key, claiming to have the key to something. There's always something. The key to knowledge, the key to salvation, the key to safety, to peace. Something that you may know that you have within yourself, or at least you question the validity of their claims. And you ask yourself, does this hold value in my world? Is this true? Is this true for me? And it doesn't have to be. I think for myself, when being polytheistic or pagan and living in a world where every other word is God this, God that, God this, Jesus this, again and again and again and again, I could stop and tell everyone to shut the fuck up. But in that, I'm kind of giving away my power because these words really hold no power over me. So why do I give them power? I still have a lot of anger, around religious institutions, specifically due to colonial indoctrination. And in many ways, it has left physical and a lot of psychological trauma within the all communities, but it's the black community because that's what I know. But ultimately, I can't change everything. I can only change myself and change how I see my place in the world. I know I'm relatively safe. I know I don't have to beg anyone for forgiveness. I know I'm loved. So why let these things bother me? Why let other people's delusions, frankly, control my world? Right now, we're being faced with right now we have a lot of delusions projected onto us, especially in terms of different conflict, and everyone's telling you, it seems, to fight, but fight for the wrong things. Fight because you're triggered, fight because you're angry. Not for righteous anger or things, human rights violations and unequal treatment, things like that, but the petty, insignificant things that more or less pander to our ego. And I'm learning not to engage with that. I'm learning that I can be my own authority and I control what does or doesn't get a reaction out of me. There's been a lot of things said about me or my people in an attempt to get a reaction out of us, to demean us, belittle us. Perhaps you're a woman, There are many things said about women to demean and belittle. And of course, that doesn't mean don't use your voice or just let people slide. It's just to take a step back and realize when someone's trying to drag you into their delusion. And you have a choice to say no. We have a choice to say no. When the world constantly wants to drain our emotional energy, constantly wants our attention, it's like if it's not one thing, it's the other. If something doesn't work, there's always something else they'll pop up with. They desperately need your engagement in the economy of attention, rage bait, or what have you. And it's not that politics or social issues or having social commentary isn't important. Just discerning when to engage with these things. I started this video and told you absolutely none of what I'm doing. This is a poison ivy I'm working on. But ultimately, the authority lies within us, especially within spiritual communities. When people hold titles, they can run with them. If you're in a situation like that, or you feel someone has control over you, or someone is trying to convince you that they have control over you, just remember that you are the authority over yourself. You have the last say. You can say no or yes. Don't let other people delude you. If you're not comfortable with something or you're unsure about something. But that's all I wanted to talk about. It's not the most prepared video. I just wanted to turn the microphone on and talk a little bit. I haven't been as consistent with my channel as I would have liked, but spiritual growth is hard to put or convey to a camera weekly, especially when it's very personal. And the ancestors like secrets. They don't like you. They don't like you running your mouth too much, But if any of my subscribers see this, thank you first and foremost for still being here. And I'll try to be more consistent. Excuse me. I've gotten rusty with talking, off the cuff, but I'll try to be more consistent. And I want to be more positive. I don't want to be a hypocrite. The last video I made wasn't necessarily negative, but I had something I needed to get off my chest in regards to exploitation within tarot. And I meant that. I don't regret that video. But I don't want to stay there. I want to uplift and educate. That's why I started my channel. And have a healthy level of vulnerability with those who may need it. Because everyone pretending like they have their shit together doesn't it doesn't help anyone. If everyone's not projecting, what's the word? My vocabulary loses me. Posturing. There we go. If everyone's posturing and no one's being authentic. But that'll be all for today. Be safe. If you can at all, try to connect with nature. Even if you doesn't seem like it, you are loved. And have a great day.